Hi everyone, I am Noor and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how to define and call methods, functions in C Sharp. So we are basically moving gradually towards the most interested and important topics step by step. In this series, we will try to keep the things simple to define the basic things in the series at the start, and then we will move towards the advanced topics in the C sharp. So basically, methods or functions in C sharp are block of code that perform a specific task, or you can say an operation. Functions or methods can help they help organize code into reusable and manageable parts, making it easier to understand and maintain the code. Okay, now how to define a method? You need to specify the return type, the method name, and parameters. Okay, so keep basically three important types when you are going to define a function or method: the return type, the method name, and parameter. Let me show you inside the development environment. Now, for example, you want to define a function, you have to give the return type, sorry, and then the method name, and then the parentheses, and inside the parentheses you have to pass the parameter. Okay, and here you have to write the code to execute. So it is basically the basic syntax of any function. You can then, use the access modifier like public, private, protected, internal, but it is the basic syntax of any function or method. So it will be the return type, whether this function will return something or not, and what type of things, variable object this function will return. And here we have just to give the name to the function. Then here we may pass parameter, or in some cases we will keep this empty, we will pass no parameter, and then we will just write here the code block. Now let's me comment these, and I will define here a very simple method to add two number a and b. Now, as I define here that we have first of all to give the return type. So my function, my method will return integer. Okay. Now this part is done. Now the second part is to give the method name, the function name. Now my function name will be add numbers. Okay, it is the function name, and then the parentheses, and inside the parentheses I have to pass the parameters. Now I will pass two parameters, int a, int b. Okay, now inside the body of the function I have to write the code that will be executed. So I will just return a plus b. Okay, because I define here that from this function the return type is int, so I have to return something. For example, I write here, let's suppose int result is equal to a plus b, but I am not returning anything from this function. Now you can see that it giving me a compile time error. If I mouse hover, it showing me the local function add numbers is declared but never used. It is the first thing, and sorry, the second and the first thing is that the function not all code paths return a value. It's mean that no, I am not returning any value from the function. So the compile time error showing me that I have to return something from the function because its return type is integer. Now I have to return the result. Now you can see that if I return the result, the compile time errors gone. No, it was basically a simple declaration of the function or method. We can use like public, like protected, and these kind of things, but we will define later in our upcoming series. but it is the basic thing. No, now the question is how to call this function. Okay, we define the method. We declare here the complete code of the function. I am using sometime method, sometime function. So both are same thing in any program. I mean in the C# programming language. You can also say in any programming language. Some people call method, some people call function. No, I will call this function here. Now this function returning a result. Sorry guys for the wrong, for the incorrect spelling. So this function is returning a something, the integer. No, to save the response, the result of this function, I will create here a variable uh, result, for example value or sum, and then I will type here the function name, this function name, and I have to pass two parameters to this function. The first parameter a, let's suppose value is 5, the second value is 3. Okay, now let me put here a debugger here and inside also inside the function. Okay, now I will execute this function, sorry, this block of code. Okay, now at this line, the variable sum value is 0. If I execute, if I step over, then the program execution will jump towards this function. Let me step over. You can see that the code execution comes at line number 20, and here you can see that the parameter a value is 5 and parameter b value is 3 because I am passing the parameter from here. Okay, no, I will step over. The results become 8. Obviously, 3 plus 5 is 8. And now I will return the result. Now, after executing, let me step over. Now, after executing this line, what do you think, guys? The debugger will come at this place or at this place? I am just asking. It will come at this line at 1 5, because from this line we call this function and this function will return the result. Now let's me see. Okay, now let's me move. Now the value become 8. It was the response, the result from 8 number function, and we use the function successfully inside the C#. Now we can use different type of functions, like for example if I um, want to perform any kind of activity, any kind of um, execution task, then we are using basically function inside the C# programming language. Now, for example, you want to define this function inside another class. It is our main class, the program.cs. If you want to define this function inside a class and then call from here, now I will just um, let's me, okay. Now I will add here a folder models, and here I will just add a simple class. Later we will define the classes, how we can use the classes, how we can declare. Now the class name will be like test.cs. Okay, now it is our class name. Let's make it public for the time. Now go to the program.cs and directly copy this function, control X, control save, and paste here inside the class. Now I want to, I mean, keep the code manageable, to add different types of function to the test, and then I will later maybe define other classes, and then I will add the function inside that class. So here, let me make it public. Okay. Now here you can see that it giving me the error because the function is not exist. Now I will define here a an object of the test class. Hmm, test is equal to new. Okay. No, we will see all these things later. How we can define the classes, how we can define the objects, how we create objects of the classes. Now, for the time, I just want to show you that if we want to define classes in other classes and access in another class, so I just want to declare this thing. Now, you have to type here the object name, the instance name of the class, and then dot. No, we are accessing, we just created basically an object of the test class, this one, and then I am access the function inside this class. Okay, now let me put here a debugger also, control S, and let me run the application. You will see the actual output, what about I am trying to explain. Now, after execution of this line, the program.cs class, the execution will move inside the tests.cs class, this function. Now go to the program.cs, step over, you can see that it jumps inside the test.cs class and I am now inside the function. The parameter that I am getting from the program.cs 5 and 3. Okay, now let's me execute. It will return the result and you can see that it's returned me 8. So basically we can define the methods and function in the C sharp like in this way. Thank you for watching the video. We'll appear with a new topic of this series about the C sharp programming language. Thank you.